Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, got a few things to talk about. Really, few things to talk about. Let's not start off with. Should we start off with him? Where has he gone? Should we start off with Reese Nelson? Reese Nelson of Arsenal Football Club. The Gooners. I fucking hate the Gooners. Don't know much about Reese Nelson. Ain't that excited about Reese Nelson. Not happy about the price tag flying about for Reese Nelson, but let's talk about Reese Nelson, mate. So, like I said, didn't have me jumping out my seat. That's why I didn't talk about it yesterday, but it's flying about in and around, and it's still in the news today. So I think it's a good story. It's a solid story. It's worth talking about. Reese Nelson, right? He's at Arsenal, didn't play much, and what pisses me off about the Gooners more than their manager and Rice going there and one or two other things and diving in and cheating and all that kind of thing is that they so here's a player who hardly plays for them. When you look at the history, his citizenship, it says England stroke Jamaica. It looks like he's an Arsenal product from the youth, so they've not paid anything for him. And largely last 2-3 years he spent on loan. They kicked him off to Hoffenheim in Holland. He came back, went back again, came back again. Then they kicked him out onto Feyenoord. He came back again. Then they bought him back again, June 2022. And just been flying about, scratching his backside, really. Not done much. Got reasonable pace. Can play on the wings. Can cross it in, scores now and again, but hardly plays, and they value him at 25 million Great British pounds. I ain't happy about that, you know what I mean? I mean, this website is saying he's worth about 15 million euros, and I'm all right with that, you know, 10, 15 million plus add-ons. Let's get the deal done if you want to. I'm not that excited about him. I'm sure there's better options out there, but hey, who am I to argue with Tim Staten and J-Lo? No one, right? No one. And Sully Dully. But if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But there's not much to talk about in terms of what he's done and things like that. It's all potential. And that's what it is about the Brazilian kid, Luis Guilherme, who we've bought. I don't like too many of them. You can have one in the window if we've got one. I don't know what to expect with him. Let's get him on loan if we can, with a good deal at the end if he does certain things. But 25 million deal, not for me, mate. Not for me. So that's his history in terms of what he's been up to. Let's have a look at in terms of appearances what he's done last season. So that could be subs, it could be cup appearances. He reckons he's played as many as 15 games. There's in the Premier League. There's no assists, no goals. Champions League, 5 appearances, 2 assists. That's very, very good. 1 appearance in the FA Cup, couple in the EFL Cup and all that kind of thing. 2022-2023 Premier League, 11 games, 3 goals, 2 assists, which is very, very good again. So every 10 games he gets a couple of goals, a couple of assists. Looks like he's there to replace Benrahma, dare I say. It's up to you what you think of him, mate. It's not many appearances. There's glimpses of talent, but not worthy of 25 million for me. Not for me, mate. But that's kind of Reese Nelson, so you can have a look at those little things over there. Before that, the most juicy, the most solid, the most good news for me to break to you, not kind of breaking because it happened earlier today, is that Lucas Paqueta, our mad clown, our genius clown, Lucas Paqueta, according to the Times chief reporter Ziegler, this sort of yesterday evening claims that Paqueta will be available to play for West Ham all of next season because the panel involved and the case is very complex, very deep, lots of individuals involved. It'll take most of next season to sort out. So it's safe to say that at the moment, 100% he'll play up to January, no issue, and hopefully most of the season as well, if not all of it. You know, it's up to West Ham what they want to do now. Obviously, Flamingo wanted him on permanent deal, and it was a deal like 5 to 10 million up front and 5 million add-ons. It was a complete joke. They're absolutely skint, right? And I don't want to. I'm not too happy with him since his form since January. He's pissed me off a lot. You know, he's played like he doesn't care. He's lost the ball in critical areas. He's put us under the shit. He had 2 decent games. He's gone missing largely since Christmas. He's one of our, since Rice is right up there, he's one of our most important and most valuable players, and he's got to play like that. He's got great skill on him. plays for Brazil regularly. That says enough about his character. But he's just got to, and J-Lo will sort him out. J-Lo doesn't like. I mean, he likes skill and Mavericks. Don't get me wrong, but he will not want to lose it as many times as Paqueta does, and where he loses it, he wants him focused all the time. Really, how you fit in? I'm definitely going to do a show next couple of days, and I'll keep saying I need to sit down and explain to you guys how I think J-Lo will set up, how all these signings linked every single day, 3 of coming, another 4 or 5 on the way. How the hell are all these going to fit in? What's going to happen next season, right? Because sometimes we're chasing 2 players in same position. Jesus Christ. So I've got all this madness going on. I've got to put it all on paper for you guys. Get the old Jazz tactics board out and explain what's going to go on, right? So Paqueta, very, very good news. Obviously, I think J-Lo can get even more out of him and stop that naughty circus side of his football. And of course we don't want to stop the tricks. That's entertainment. Sports is entertainment. One of the reasons why I couldn't stand David Moyes. You guys are going to be paying more and more money next season to watch West Ham, which we'll come to in a minute. So you want to see a bit of that, but there's got to be a bit more roundness to his game, really, shall I say, really. So let's just get rid of Reece Nelson. That's enough of him, really. Other news since yesterday, my lovelies. So Aston Villa, concessions are largely gone. Unless you were a current season ticket holder, they remain for you guys, so they kind of backtracked a bit. So well done, Hammers United, putting the old pressure on. Good lads. Villa tickets, they're out there. The prices are out there. I haven't got a ticket at the moment. It's £80 irrespective of largely your age or things like that. Yes, it's not good. Certainly £80 band 1. Maybe it's £80 across all bands, because it's apparently you've got category A games and you've got AA games. It's just another thing to make more money. It's a lot of money. Don't forget, it doesn't count your £20 burger without any onions in it, or your like £20 train ticket, or your 20-mile walk from the station to the entrance of the ground, and you could have a few heart attacks on the way. They've got to pay for ambulances, all that kind of stuff. So that's what it is with that. Wan-Bissaka, really happy with this. Like I said yesterday, very good player, very good defender, good set of pace, good age. Sonny, lots of players around that 26, 27 age, which is a nice, juicy age. So I'm happy with him. And I think the price is a bargain. 17 to 20 million. Grab it, West Ham United. Don't worry about Walker Peters for now. And again, I don't know what's happened to Walker Peters deal. I can only put it down to Southampton wanting a bit more. But why the player who wants to come to West Ham ain't putting more pressure on the Saints, I don't know, mate. But Wan-Bissaka deal is still nice and juicy, nice and hot. No other clubs involved at the moment. We're in a driving seat. Let's get it done. Tim, start and get him in, mate. Get him in. But before I move on, Wan-Bissaka, obviously reaffirming what I said, he's got to work a little bit more on the assist side of his game in terms of when he gets into the final third, more better quality cross, more assists. Dare I say, maybe the odd goal here and there. But the main thing for me is he's a great defender. That's the first thing you got to do. Great man marker, great defender, great pace. Full of energy and all action. That kind of thing, really. Todibo, I've got something to say on this in my no-nonsense, direct, straight Jazz manner, is that if I'm hearing that the deal's been agreed between West Ham and Nice and everything's done, the player doesn't want to move because he wants the Juve move. Let me make this clear, Mr. Todibo, right? The deal that West Ham have agreed with Nice is around 25 million to about 35. I think it's about 35 million in total over the year when you include the loan fee, salary is going to be a lot more. No, let's talk about the loan fee up front we're going to pay, and then the final fee next year. That's going to total about £35 million. And the wages and whether the whole package or the fees, you ain't going to get anywhere near matching that. As a financial powerhouse, dare I say, West Ham United and most of the Premiership teams, Spain, France, Germany, Italy, you cannot touch West Ham, right? So now he's wasting time. And from that moment, mate, I'll walk away. I do not waste all window waiting for you, scratching your balls, waiting for Juve out there, like GoFundMe page and shit like that. And then 2 days before the window, oh yeah, I'll join West Ham then. Fuck off, mate. You join West Ham now, or you go and fuck off. Get the fuck out of it. That's my attitude. You got 48 hours to decide. You want to sign for West Ham, we get the medical done, We get your fucking shitty head into fucking London Stadium. You work with Max Kilman, you little shit, or you can fuck off and we move on to other targets. That's my kind of view. You know, fucking who says no to West Ham United in the Premiership? And why does my seat keep collapsing? What the hell's going on? I'm getting too excited, mate. So that's my view on Todibo. You got 48 hours. You come into the Mighty Hammers. You go and fuck yourself, and you stay in the south of France, fucking picking grapes, mate. Fuck off. Duran. I think Villa are looking for closer to 40 million is the latest news. We want to pay 35 million or below, and we're getting closer. So let the news carry on. Let the news carry on, and we'll see what happens. At the moment, we're not really close to signing another striker or as advanced as the Duran deal was, really. And I'll come back to what we're doing with these deals in a minute. Tony's still in the background. Spurs and West Ham still being linked with him. We see what happens. But going back to Duran, so what's happening is, which was kind of confirmed earlier on with one of the sources, is that, and again, I spoke to you guys about this yesterday, is that every single day, the new West Ham recruitment team is very hands-on, very proactive, not reactive. So proactive means that they are chasing more than one person per position, and they're going along nicely in different stages, different advanced stages of the transfer, right? In case choice number one collapses, then you can quickly jump on the bandwagon, on the train track of option number two, which is already advanced anyway, which is proactive, which means it's going to nicely fall in, right? Like Connect 4, whatever. And reactive used to mean you just keep chasing one person the whole window, 2 days to go. He says no, fucking about. We don't get him. We don't have option two. We haven't even started discussions with anyone else, and then quickly panicking, ring a few agents up, get someone in, pay over the odds because the other team knows how desperate you are. The manager doesn't want him, and this is what we've been doing. But in this window, we've earmarked and listed our targets, nice and clear, per position, more than 2-3 per position, and we're moving in advances in all of them. So, like, even if what's his name, Bissaka deal collapses, we've gone so advanced with the Peters deal, we can get that one done within 2 days. If you see what I mean. So we're talking with respect. We're not telling Peters we don't want to hear you. We're just gone a bit quiet on him. Like the players do it to clubs. Why can't we do it? It's a very smart way of doing things. It's not scattergun like some of you fans are saying. I'm loving it because concrete things are being done. Concrete people like Fabrizio Romano, ex-employee, Darmish of Sky, they're all involved around West Ham. They all got prime sources. And we have got around 2 players where we are in an advanced negotiation. So the fees more or less we know about, it's been spoken about. We know what the player wants. We've tapped a few players up. So all that needs doing is, as soon as we're ready with a green signal, then it shouldn't take too long to get the medical in, that kind of thing. But like I said, if the Duran deal collapses, then I'm sure we're speaking to El Nesri of Sevilla. We got Tony. We've had a little chat with him over a cup of tea and all that. So that's good. That's good, really. So well done. I'm really happy with the new manager. I know it's 2-2 in the Austria game. I saw a bit of it. Actually, didn't talk to you about that. Yeah, the feed kept breaking out, so I gave up on it. I didn't really see the goals. I saw our goals, not their goals. What more can I say? I told you that I'm not interested in the result. I'm more interested in the fitness. And I saw we were moving the ball around a lot quicker. Really happy to see Cornet get some time up front. He can play up front, but largely with 2. He did that at Burnley. He can play fullback. He can play corner, of course. Sorry, as a winger, of course. Wing back, I don't know, but trust the boy. He's suffered from mental damage under Moyes. Huge injuries. Boy's not played up, not gone missing. He's always been there, sitting on the bench, having his hula hoops and can of Coke. But yeah, time for put your arm around him. Like I said, buy him a slush puppy. You should love slush puppies still. I still do. And he'll be your man. He'll be our man. That's all. Keep the love growing. Keep the love growing, really. But yeah, I liked the way we were. Certainly, we weren't we were pressing a bit more. We were more higher up the pitch. We were zipping it around a bit more. And lovely to see the youngsters. I don't think Moyes ever played that many youngsters. So I didn't know who they were. I don't have time to watch the women's team or the under-23. I don't have time. So nice to see the boys training with all of them. Now they're zipping off to Tampa Bay, Florida, and we'll see what happens. So again, from yesterday. I'm really, really happy. Stories are coming out, concrete stories, not just rumours. I could have spoken about another 10 players if I wanted to on the show, but that's all bullshit. I only bring you news that's really concrete, really interesting, and it's happening. It's not complete bullshit. It's not just I picked a name out the fucking sky and spoke to you guys about, really. So that's it for me on the West Ham Daily News. A bit of good news on Paqueta. A bit of neutral news on Reece Nelson. Not really fucking interested at 25 million. Mr. Arteta, sort it out, mate. Bit of a bargain needed. Cut the price down a bit, mate, and we'll have another chat. Aston Villa tickets expensive for the boys, for the folks, and expensive, mate. Not good. And yeah, let's keep it gunning. And yeah, come on. I'm just so busy at work. I've got to do those tactic shows for you, really. So I'm gonna go. I'm getting a bit thirsty. I need an ice cream. And hopefully we'll catch up soon.